Gracias, David. Es un placer participar con este grupo hoy día. Estoy muy feliz que finalmente regresa a la oficina de Madison. Ahorita tiene un porcentaje, 25% de los empleados están en la oficina en Madison. Y más después en este mes, hay oficinas en Colombia y también en México abierto también. So, poco a poco empezar de regresar a una manera normal para los empleados de HiSite para dar servicios a todos los distribuidores. Es más fácil cuando las oficinas están abiertas, pero también es posible de la casa. Tiene la tecnología de dar servicios con todos los empleados en casa, trabajando y haciendo cosas para el campo. Desafortunadamente, necesito hablar un poco también en inglés para dar mi mensaje, pero algunas veces tratar de usar mi poco español también. Primeramente, una cosa muy importante para todos es el dinero, ¿ok? El dinero por cada persona, para cada pareja, cada familia, es el dinero. Pero este es solamente una cosa y es solamente para empezar, ¿ok? So, you need money for your basic needs, okay? Basic needs. So when I say basic needs, I'm talking about food, shelter, clothing. You know, we all need to work towards having money for those three things. And after that, the motivation to do more than that comes from within. So the people that are most successful in life, okay, and that's Royal Prestige or any other business, they're not working for money. Money is not what drives successful people. Money is only an outcome of their success, but something else is driving those successful people in life, whether it's to help others, whether it's to teach, whether it's to improve lives, change lives, whether it's to be famous and recognized. There's all kinds of motivational things that drive human beings. And some people only want their basic needs met, and that's enough, okay? But others have a deeper meaning, a deeper sense of doing something bigger. And I'm telling you, there's no way that's money. It's something that really drives them. And an example, you know, Edgar's parents, you know, they want to help others. They aren't in this business to do anything but help others. They've been driven from the very beginning, trying to help others reach success, succeed, improve their well-being in life. So that's something that I think is critically important, that we all look inside of ourselves and understand what drives us and find that fire and fuel that fire to make us want to do more and achieve our mission in life. And again, money is not that mission. We can couch it in that, but there's always something bigger that is inside of successful people. And I guess, are you gonna translate, or are we using the Zoom?
Yeah, do you mind if I translate some of the things that you said right now?
Go for it.
Saludos a todos, les saluda César Olmedo. Palabras de Eric dice que lo importante es cubrir las necesidades básicas. Las necesidades básicas se cubren con dinero, ¿ok? Él interpreta las necesidades básicas como comida, hogar, y ropa. Dice que hay gente que trabaja por esas tres cosas básicas, ¿ok? Pero que en realidad la motivación viene desde adentro, que cuando tú ves a personas exitosas, el dinero no es ese motivo, ese motor. El dinero es el resultado de ese motivo y de ese motor, ¿ok? El motivo, el motor de esas personas es ayudar a otros, enseñar, mejorar el estilo de vida, en ocasiones también la fama y el reconocimiento. Hay gente que únicamente quiere lo básico, pero hay otros que quieren algo más grande. Un ejemplo de esto es los papás de Edgar, los señores Parada, que ellos lo que más les ha importado es ayudar a otros. Es importante entender, encontrar qué es eso que te mueve a ti, cuál es ese motor. Es importante encontrar cómo puedes lograr esa misión. Y recalca que el dinero no es esa misión.
And so I'll give you just two other little things. We can have sprints. I call them sprints. And it might be you're going to get some prize or you're going to get some trophy or you're going to, win something. And those are sprints of motivation, but they are not lasting. And that's why you need to really find what inside of you drives you 24/7 to do more. Okay. Again, a trophy for the year, that's a sprint. A contest for the month, that's a sprint. But one after another, they don't work, right? So we can do sprints and we can motivate people, but we need to really find the core of what really is going to make someone become better, become more successful. And I'll give you one example. I think I've told this story to some people. My daughter came to me one day, and she's a young adult now. She's in college, 19 years old, and she's getting ready for college, and she's just finishing her first year. And she says, "Dad, you've been very successful, and we lead a pretty good life. I want the same for myself and my family. What kind of job do I need to have to lead this kind of life? What do I need to do to have that type of success and make that type of money?" And my answer was quite simple, and it's very true. And it's the same thing I just shared with you. Don't start with the money. The money is the result. Okay. You can't think about how much you want to make or what the money, you have to think, what is it that I want to do? What is it that's going to make me happy? Okay. What is it that I'm good at? If you focus on those things, what you're good at, what makes you happy, you're going to spend more time doing it because it makes you happy. You're good at it. People look up to you doing that. And when you do those things, you become revered. You become, someone that people look to help, to get help from. And when you do those things well, then you have success. And with success, then you make money. So you got to start with the building blocks of who you are as a person and the things that you enjoy and that you're good at and that you have natural talent. And then you need to build and grow those talents around that so that you improve yourself on a daily basis so that you can be successful in life.
Lo que menciona es que podemos nosotros tener carreritas, podemos tener nosotros momentos de motivación, como viene siendo incentivos, trofeos, pero que en realidad lo que necesitamos encontrar es aquello que nos mueve, aquello por lo cual tenemos hambre para trabajar y para buscarlo 24 horas del día, 7 días de la semana. Encontrar una fuerza mayor. Un ejemplo que mencionó fue de una conversación que tuvo con su hija. Su hija ya es un joven adulto que está terminando su primer año de universidad. Y ella le preguntó, le comentó, dice, papá, tú has sido muy exitoso. Yo quiero lo mismo para tu familia. ¿Qué tipo de trabajo o qué necesito hacer yo para tener lo mismo? Y el consejo de Eric fue, no empieces con el dinero. ¿Okay? Piensa en qué es lo que quieres hacer. Piensa en lo que te hace feliz. Cuando tú haces lo que te gusta hacer, cuando tú haces lo que sabes hacer, te dan ganas de hacerlo más y te conviertes como un referente y se nota con la gente. ¿Okay? Y entonces, por consecuencia, como lo haces más, te trae más éxito y el resultado final es el dinero. La esencia es buscar aquellos ladrillos que te permiten crecer, esos motores que te permiten crecer y entonces empezar a construir con ellos.
So now I've shared to you kind of the internal piece. And the second piece is that no one is successful by themselves. We become successful by the people we surround ourselves with. Okay. And that includes our family, our friends, and our business associates. Those are the people that help to make us successful. They guide us, they teach us, they motivate us, and help us to achieve success. So make sure you're using the team around you, you're attracting net positive people, and you're learning and adding to your team's skill sets that you don't have or that you're weaker in. So if you've been around HighSight for any period of time, you will have noticed the increase in the number of VPs because we're growing and adding additional skill sets. And we've been able to accelerate our growth rate even as we've gotten larger because of the skill sets that we've brought onto our team. And don't always pigeonhole people into the piece that they contribute in, because when you're inclusive, okay, with the entire team, it's amazing the type of information, the type of ideas that you can get from teammates within their realm and outside of their normal area of responsibility. So make sure you're building your leadership team and you're not putting yourself up on a pedestal and everyone else is following. In times of crisis, like this pandemic, when you have a team, you can accomplish anything because you're all in it together. They're not sitting around waiting for you to make the decisions, for you to save them, because you're all going to make this better together to move forward. And that takes some time. So the field asks, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Give us some time. We're going through the process, and using all that knowledge and information together gets you to a better place. And it's worth the extra time rather than reacting to something. You actually engage everyone together to get a better decision.
Entonces, empezó él hablando de las cuestiones internas y ahora comparte lo externo. Y lo que comenta el señor Eric es que nadie lo hace por su propia cuenta. ¿Okay? Es importante la gente que te rodea, tu familia, tus amigos, aquellos compañeros de trabajo y socios de negocio. Lo importante es crear un equipo, que te conviertas en una persona que pueda atraer gente positiva e ir incrementando el número de talentos a tu alrededor. Si pueden notar, en HighSight se ha incrementado el número de vicepresidentes que ellos han generado en los últimos años y aún estando en un espacio más grande, pueden seguir creciendo por la cantidad de talentos que se han agregado al equipo. ¿Okay? La importancia de ser inclusivo con el equipo, o sea, de incluir a todos los miembros del equipo para que así los diferentes talentos no solamente se encajonan en su área, sino permiten que también puedan opinar o compartir sus talentos fuera de su área específica de trabajo. Es importante construir un equipo de liderazgo y un liderazgo de equipo, porque en momentos de crisis como esta que acabamos de vivir, ¿okay? El equipo junto puede lograr más, ¿okay? Y también cuando has generado líderes dentro de tu equipo, no todos están esperando a ver qué es lo que vas a hacer tú, qué es lo que vas a decir tú. El proceso de trabajar juntos toma un poco más de tiempo. Por eso cuando la fuerza de venta pregunta, ¿qué se va a hacer? ¿Qué se va a hacer? El proceso es un poco más lento, no es un proceso reactivo. Se junta todo el conocimiento y entonces ya salen con la información que salieron, por ejemplo, en esta última crisis.
So let's talk a little bit about the Plan Somos Compañía. You all know, you know, what happened and what the corporation, what Highsight did during April and May. But what was the driving factor in the decision there? The whole piece was driven by one thing, and that was gather the family, okay? Gather the family, okay? And have the strong help the people that were starting, people that were more fragile, people that were new to Royal Prestige, distributors that were beginning. So the corporation and the territory directors gathered the family and wanted to hold the family, Royal Prestige distributors together during these difficult times. Okay, so that was the whole idea. What do we need to do to help the entire family feel safe, secure, and viable during these 2 months? Okay, so that was always the goal. So people that could take the financial hit, like the territory directors, like Highsight, we were able, because we had reserves, okay, we're not spending every dime, every moment. We had reserves. We were able to reinvest in the network of distributors so that they didn't feel like they had to flee, and that we had their backs more than ever. We always have, but they sensed it. When things get tough, you find out who people really are. You find out who your partners really are, okay? We find out this in relationships all the time, whether it's a girlfriend, boyfriend, you know, we learn that as we're growing up through life. You understand how important your place in any relationship is when you're faced with adversity. So that was the thing, gather the family, keep the family together. And as we come out of this pandemic, we're all still here. We're all still gathered. We're ready to continue our mission to bring wonderful kitchenware to the marketplace across the Americas. So that's what we're thinking. Stay the mission, stay the course, make sure we're keeping the family together and we don't lose anybody during this difficult time.
Hablemos ahora un poquito del plan de Somos Compañía. El plan de Somos Compañía tenía un motor, un solo motor, y ese motor era une a la familia, mantén a la familia unida, ayuda a aquellos que son más frágiles, aquellos que están iniciando en el negocio, los joint ventures, los nuevos distribuidores. Y se hacían la pregunta, ¿qué tenemos que hacer para ayudar a toda la familia, a que se sientan seguros y estén sanos? Y gracias a las reservas que mantiene Highsight, al hecho de que manejan bien esas reservas, ellos tuvieron la oportunidad de reinvertir en la red de distribuidores para que los distribuidores no sientan una necesidad de abandonar, que pudiesen sentir el respaldo. ¿Okay? Durante momentos difíciles es donde te das cuenta quiénes de veras son tus socios. Durante momentos de adversidad es donde encuentras cuál es tu espacio en lo que estás viviendo. Y esto se puede vivir en amistades, en relaciones amorosas y en el negocio. ¿Okay? Lo importante es que todos seguimos aquí y todos seguimos con nuestra misión. La pregunta que seguía haciendo ruido para ellos era cómo nos quedamos o cómo nos mantenemos firme en nuestra misión. Y ahora nos permite saber que todos seguimos aquí.
So I got a million things that I could talk about, but I want to focus on just a few, and I want to make sure I don't get go too long here. But what's the future of where we're headed together? And one is technology investment. One of the things that is very different between us and other direct sellers is the amount of time, energy, and money we've invested in technology to make the field's life easier. And you can always do more. You always feel like you're behind, but we're moving faster than anybody else that I know of in this area. And you've seen the technology fee. We believe so much that we can help this. We're not only investing in technology that can help Highsight now, we're doing more technology for the field. And that's always been an expense of the field in the past. So now we're helping with that because we can leverage our resources into that area. We're bringing on a new CIO. So we've just hired, he's here today. He starts in a week. The ex-CEO from Tupperware, a $2 billion company, will be leading our technology platform. So obviously he has experience running a much bigger organization and has experience bringing tools that help the direct selling field with Tupperware. So we're very excited that he's joined our company, and our focus, being led by the field, is going to be twofold. How do we improve the in-person demonstration and now the virtual demonstration? We have two tools now that we can use, and our technology is going to enhance both of those areas. We want the in-person to really be focused on referrals, stands, door knocking, those sorts of things, and then social media feeding that. And so that's part of the virtual. The virtual is going to be the social media. It's going to help us with distance presentations. It's going to help us with people that aren't comfortable with one-on-one, people that are scared, all those sorts of things. But we really now have enhanced our ability to make sales because we're not just stuck in one corner now. We can either do it in person or virtually. And you're going to start to see more tools to help us with that. And really focusing as we move forward, how does the virtual world feed our lead systems? How do we funnel down people so that we can get in front of them either virtually or in person to enhance and grow our sales as we move forward?
Ok, entonces, ¿cuál es el futuro? ¿Cuál es nuestro futuro juntos? Highsight ha invertido en tecnología y esa es una cosa que hace Highsight diferente de otras compañías de venta directa. ¿Okay? Ellos invierten más y nosotros invertimos más y nos movemos más rápido que otros. ¿Okay? Highsight ha invertido en tecnología para Highsight, pero lo que lo ha hecho diferente también en estos últimos tiempos es que también está invirtiendo en tecnología para el campo, asignando recursos para eso. Uno de esos recursos es, han contratado un nuevo CIO, que es Chief Information Officer, si no me equivoco, ¿ok? De informática, un nuevo oficial de informática, que es alguien que viene con experiencia de Tupperware, una compañía, ¿ok?, con mucha experiencia. Él tiene herramientas y están muy emocionados. ¿Okay? ¿En qué están enfocados? En cómo es que pueden mejorar la presentación virtual y en persona. La presentación en persona incluye referencias, display y toque de puerta, y el área virtual pues incluye redes sociales y también cómo hacer demostraciones a la distancia para aquellas personas que aún no se sienten seguras. Hoy en día tenemos dos mundos donde nosotros nos podamos mover y están trabajando en cómo mejorarlos. ¿Okay? Están viendo cómo es que el mundo virtual puede alimentar leads, posibles clientes para nosotros.
And then two other major focuses that we're going to have is new products, coming with products that the customers need and are requesting, okay? Before, I think we very much had a focus of a religious kind of direction that we're stainless steel, this is what we do, come on to our ship, come join our religion, come join our way of thinking. Wireless, greaseless cooking and stainless steel cookware, that's who we are. Market, Royal Prestige, right? So now we're doing a lot more consumer research, reaching out to our Royal Prestige consumers and saying, in your mind, who is Royal Prestige? What do they stand for? What products do you want to buy from Royal Prestige? And so we're really expanding and growing the opportunity by listening to our consumers and talking to our consumers directly. And, 10 years ago, people would have, just, I mean, to have a easy release type product would be something that we would never have thought of. We were completely closed-minded about that. So I'm really excited about how we're looking at the marketplace from a product perspective and bringing innovation for our consumers. And that's being led by our internal people and then listening to our distributors. Distributors have always had great insight to what products their consumers want, and then testing that insight. We can't just chase that. We always have to test, because we don't want to make a mistake and lose confidence from our distributors or our consumers. So that's a really important piece. And then I'll save the second piece so I don't make it too long for Cesar.
Thanks. Ok, entonces comenta que hay otras dos áreas donde está el foco de Highside, y uno de ellos es productos nuevos. Okay. Y cuando hablan de productos nuevos es qué es lo que necesita el campo y qué es lo que está pidiendo el campo. Anteriormente, casi de manera religiosa, nuestro producto es acero inoxidable, okay, acero quirúrgico, cocinar sin agua y sin grasa. Pero hoy en día están haciendo estudios de consumidor, haciéndole las siguientes preguntas. ¿Qué es Royal Prestige? ¿Qué representa Royal Prestige? ¿Y qué quieres comprar de nosotros? Lo importante es hablar con el consumidor. Hace 10 años, el generar un producto como los sartenes Deluxe Easy Release no hubiera encajado dentro de eso. Están trabajando en innovación para el consumidor, ¿ok? Con la información interna, con el conocimiento interno y también con el conocimiento de los distribuidores que por lo regular tienen buenas sugerencias de qué es lo que está pidiendo el mercado. Solamente que la manera en la que lo manejan es esa información, ese conocimiento que intercambian con los distribuidores y de manera interna, lo ponen a prueba. No nada más se pueden acelerar y llevarlo a cabo. Ellos prueban, prueban y prueban.
And the second thing we're focused on is meeting the consumer in their desired location. For the last 50, 60 years, all we could think about is, how do we get into their home? How do we get into the home? We need to get in the home. We need to demonstrate. How do we get in the home? So now our mentality has changed. We need to demonstrate. We have to demonstrate. We need to have qualified distributors and salespeople to demonstrate the product. But let's meet the consumer where they want to be met. Do they want to be met in a group setting, in an individual setting, at their home, at our offices, online? Where do they want to be met? Where do they want to experience the Royal Prestige brand? And how many touches do they want to have? And where do those touches happen? Okay. So that is a whole nother piece that we're very focused on, in attracting people to the brand and letting them experience the brand in the most beneficial way for the consumer. And so that we're able to move them down the path of being a lifelong customer of Royal Prestige products.
Ok, la segunda parte donde se están enfocando es en cómo cumplir con el deseo del cliente, del consumidor, en referencia a ubicación de conocer el producto. Por mucho tiempo hemos sido, ¿cómo entramos a la casa del cliente? ¿Cómo hacemos una demostración? En realidad lo que necesitamos es presentar, demostrar el producto. ¿Okay? Y preguntarle al cliente dónde es que quieren que se presente o que se demuestre el producto. En la casa, en nuestras oficinas, ¿okay? Por medio, o en línea. ¿Cómo es que ellos quieren la experiencia de Royal Prestige? ¿Cómo podemos atraer a la gente a la marca de Royal Prestige y cómo generar una lealtad de cliente de por vida?
And just, I guess the last thing I would say is, how do you all take advantage of this? Okay. The way you take advantage of this is investing in your future. Okay. Invest in your future through learning, training, spending time understanding how people have been successful, events like this, and investing your dollars in the future. Okay. It always takes as you earn money, you need to make sure you're just not spending it all if you want to grow in this business. You need to reinvest in tools, in systems, in lead acquisition. You know, always we have to take care of our basic needs, but you know, the earnings that we have, some is for our personal use and some is for our business use. So if you want to grow big, the people that have been most successful in this business, they've invested. Okay, they've made investments in partners, in teammates, in recruits, in, you know, whatever it is. There's lots of opportunity, and you have to focus. None of us have enough money to do it all, right? We got to focus on the pieces that are going to be most successful. And if something doesn't work, we stop and we try the next thing. When we find something that works, we do more and more of it, okay? And we teach our recruits to do it. We teach other people to do it so that we can all continue growing together. So, you know, don't give up on yourself. Invest in yourself. And, you know, no one becomes successful overnight, okay? This is a journey, okay? This is a marathon. And people that jump around never finish the race. If you're always starting a new marathon with a new company, you can never finish. If you stay with a successful company that has a successful system that you can execute with, that's your best chance for success. And Royal Prestige has a proven record of success across all of the Americas, and that should give you great sense of security that you can use your skills and talents along with this platform to be successful in the long term. So I thank each and every one of you for participating today, investing your time and energy to learn. And I hope that you picked out one or two things from today's information that can help you continue down your journey to find success here at Royal Prestige.
Ok. Bueno, lo importante es cómo es que todos ustedes quieren aprovechar todas estas herramientas que tenemos. La palabra es invertir. Invertir en tu entrenamiento, en aprender, invertir en dólares hacia el futuro, no gastarse todo el dinero. Invertir en cómo es que otros están teniendo resultados con herramientas como esta de Master Legacy Talk. El dinero se tiene que dividir. Hay dinero personal y hay dinero para el negocio. La gente que ha tenido éxito en Royal Prestige ha invertido en el negocio, en socios, en reclutas. Enfócate en las piezas que te pueden hacer más exitoso. Si no funcionan, cámbialas. Si funciona, continúa haciéndolas y enséñale eso a tus socios. Nuestra carrera es precisamente una jornada, ¿ok? Nadie se hace exitoso de la noche a la mañana. Si tú continúas brincando de una compañía a otra, nunca vas a terminar la carrera. Si en medio de una carrera brincas a otra, nunca terminarás la carrera. Lo importante es encontrar una compañía exitosa, ¿ok? Con un historial comprobado. Y Royal Prestige tiene un historial comprobado en todas las Américas. Para que tú con seguridad puedas utilizar esta plataforma y aplicar tus talentos y ser exitoso. Espero, así lo comentó él, espero que hayas podido detectar un par de cosas que te puedan ayudar, ¿ok?, a continuar con tu jornada de Royal Prestige. It's about right, right?
Gracias, César, para ayudarme y es un placer otra vez. Y ahora vamos a mi próxima cosa, solamente 5 minutos tarde para disfrutar mi próximo evento. Y un placer, y si quiero algo en el futuro, están en, I'm at your service. I'm at your service. So, adiós a todos.